Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved, the Windows version of Plague Inc. the cell phone game, early access. And last episode, we finally, after several attempts, beat the Necrovirus on normal and unlocked the next plague, the Nano-Virus, an out-of-control microscopic machine with a built-in kill switch. First things first, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers or whitelist me. Help me make a career. So the nanovirus here uses just the normal gene modification. So we'll get, let's see. I think I'm gonna lean on the catalytic switch to get blue DNA from the cure ones. Actually, I'm not, because I'll stick with the metabolic jump to get ones from the red ones. The plague is harder to cure. I think that's the right choice. Suppression to have it jump between borders. I don't think I need that. Let's try native biome. Definitely gonna use extremophile to get a small bonus and everything. And then, let's see, bonus DNA when devolving. Cost it to evolve doesn't increase. Symptoms, I think we'll go with bonus DNA when devolving just to test that out. What we're gonna learn here is, since we've unlocked all of these, if we win on normal here, we will unlock the last plague, and if we unlock a necrovirus modification DNA things, genes, genetic, what are these called? Just genes? I guess. If we unlock a necrovirus one when we win, if we win this episode, then that will definitely direct how we're gonna continue playing this series as we go through the plagues. Because if we don't unlock a gene after winning here, then there's really no great motivation to play as the nanovirus. So we will only play as the nanoviruses maybe 3 times in the whole series. But if there is a reason, then we will play with it some more, because we played with a lot of the other viruses a lot already. So this is going to be an informative episode. Gonna do it on normal. Not gonna call it the Creeping Dead. That was last one. We are gonna call it Micro Machines. Now, if you are a person of a certain age, or as old as me basically, I'm gonna start in Southeast Asia again, just so we can give ourselves a good chance of winning, even though we did that last time. I just like the fact that you have these 4 benefits right here. Micro Machines, I believe, came out of Japan, really, though. What they were these toy cars in the 80s, or maybe early 90s, that you would flip the top of the cars up, and inside of them were these really, really tiny other cars. So they were pretty small cars to begin with, and inside of them were even smaller cars. And inevitably they got banned or stopped being produced, because even the large version of the cars were terrible choking hazards for kids. There were so many toys that came out when I was a kid that were just there was such a fad to make things smaller and smaller, and they were just huge choking hazards, and people eventually learned that and stopped that. So we've got our normal transmissions, we've got our normal symptoms back, and then we've got some different abilities. We have code fragment intercept, hack fragments of the cure broadcast, and disrupt the signal, slowing further broadcasts. begin to isolate kill switch by stabilizing active genetic protections, increasing time before the cure broadcast is effective. So, what's going on here is instead of creating a cure that is going to be assumed in all of the other things as a vaccine or inoculation or some other treatment, the cure for the nanovirus is actually just a signal that they are going to try and send to these nanobots to shut them down. And so we have to fight to stop them from sending the cure broadcast, as it were, the signal. And they've already started working on the cure. They knew about it pretty much from the beginning. Research priority is high because the humans created the nanomachines. They knew about it already. Alright, slowing future broadcasts or increasing the time before the cure is effective. So we are going to have to get these abilities as fast as possible, since everybody is just working on the cure already. 5 DNA is the next one. I'm just gonna dump all the DNA we can get immediately on this. So we went down 5% on the cure right there. This is a definitely different way of playing a plague. We have not had anything that has just pretty much been discovered from the beginning, guaranteed. So now you gotta think of that and play it definitely a different way. There's less than 100 people, well, less than 200 people now, that are even infected with it. Overload virus replicates for several weeks to significantly boost infectivity. Overload damages replicators, slightly reducing infectivity in the long run. So we want to do overload when we're about to get everybody infected, but we're nowhere near that. We really don't have anything we can do. This insomnia costs 0 and they already know about it, so we might as well spend the DNA to do that. I did not realize this. The cost is a little bit lowered here. So we'll next one DNA we get will instigate paranoia. That'll slow them down a little bit. We're slowing them down. What is the estimated time to the cure? About 1 year right now. So I need 5 DNA to do that. We'll do it. Since they've already discovered us, getting symptoms out there is only going to help. 7 DNA for insanity. Usually that is up in the 30s of DNA. So symptoms, pretty cheap. They've balanced the game. They didn't really spend a lot of effort balancing the game for any of the other plagues. They kept it all about the same. And not to say that the game is unbalanced because of that, it's just to say it doesn't seem like they felt the need any other time. 12 DNA. So we're not gonna even get it transmitted by airplanes or anything. I can't really afford to get transmission things unless transmission things are really cheap. No, they're not. So 9 DNA would get the airplanes the possibility of infecting other people. I don't know if it's even crossed into another country so far. Let's see. This one, broadcast interceptor, overload cure broadcast interceptor to become immune to cure for several weeks. Overload damages interceptors into increasing susceptibility in the long term. So when the cure gets to 100%, we do want to broadcast that. We're almost certainly going to get to 100% as this seems to be going. 2017 now, a year and almost 2 years before the cure is ready. Hopefully we'll be able to slow that down even a little bit more. I want to fast forward, but I don't want to fast forward because I'm a little afraid. We'll sit here and fast forward just a little bit until we start seeing some progress. We're definitely not going to fast forward. 9 DNA is what's needed. There we go. Start transmitting it by airplane. Start transmitting it by boat. New warring disease spreading. Well, I guess they're gonna... How can they increase the interest in finding the cure when it was high already? I don't think they can. We've only gotten 4 countries infected at all. This one looks like it might pose a challenge to winning, and we can't get any genetic modifications for it. Let's see, I need 10 so I can ship it by boat. This is probably the reality of a lot of diseases, is that they would just hit one area and not spread as much as you would want them to for years and years and years, and people would become less and less interested in them as the time went on, or concerned about it as time went on. London Olympic success twice in a row. Infectivity is just not very high. It seems like it would be pretty high, but it's just not working like it is. 17, 16 for that. I really can't do anything with that. Let's decrease its chances in cold areas. That'll work. Rash mutated. I'll leave that alone. What's the point of demutating things? There is none. The drug resistance 1, that'll help. Make it harder, yeah, why not? I forgot about that. We're getting big chunks of DNA now. 20 DNA for the second temperature one. Next things we'll do are 16 and 17 for more transmission by boat and plane. This is working now. India shuts down their airports. This looks like this is going to work pretty well now. We'll go ahead and do that one. I could spend DNA getting the other things, but I don't think it's necessary. Might be though. Let's go ahead and this. No. Significantly harder to cure. Let's see. Let's go ahead and increase the transmissions. Because we have nothing else to spend the DNA on, really. Except for we need to save some for total organ failure. Get that infectivity out as far as possible. Micro machines, genome has been fully sequenced. That is not good news. Still got a few countries that haven't been infected. But Korea starts to break down. So let's see how many are infected now. Greenland, the Balkan states, Sweden, and Morocco. It's always those guys, isn't it? That's kind of the problem with the simulator, isn't it? 42 for this, 32 for this. I have enough DNA to institute. Some infectivity. This knocks up lethality, this knocks up lethality, this knocks up lethality. This one knocks up lethality. So, saving all DNA for that row. Really don't want any more of this. I could do like birds or something. Let's go ahead and do the genetic reshuffles too. So that goes down to 46. That goes down to 43, and that goes down to 41. But Greenland's infected, that's good news. Barely even saw that orange thing, it's so far off in the corner. No country is uninfected, but there are some people still catching it inside the countries. Micro Machines has been placed on a watch list. How long until the cure? 2019, almost 3 years. I think we've got this. Hypersensitivity, mutated. Looks like we're gonna get everybody. Alright, so I think it's only right to do this. Replication overload and this overload. Partial hack of the kill switch source code significantly reduces the kill switch. Yep. Replicator overload. The nanovirus has thrown the replicators into overload significantly, increasing the infectivity for a short time. We could have done that instead of all the other things we did. Cure interceptor overload. Same thing. So that's down now. So we have really no legitimate reason why we wouldn't get everybody everybody infected and killed. So replicator overload is finished. The nano replicators are damaged from the overload. Infectivity bonus from the overload is finished. There are no healthy people left in the world. Now we have to either kill them, or we have to, well, we have to kill them. We really don't have any other choice. Cure interceptor overload. So we're at 34 on the cure. Let's see what it goes. It goes back to 47. So that was, maybe you want to play that at the very end. 28 for this, or 44 for this. I may not get enough DNA for total organ failure. I may have actually messed myself up. Let's go over here and see if we can refund some of this. Yeah. Refund that DNA. Of course, we spent more than 4 DNA for all of those, but that doesn't change the fact that we can get it back. We don't need this anymore. And we don't need this anymore. So if we can get 28, I will use the last ability. We've already got total organ failure. As we're killing everybody, 49% on the cure. Seeing just as it builds up. There we go. So there is kill switch stasis. That's what we're on. But then it seems like there's a thing here that doesn't seem to have enough. I mean, it seems like there's an ability here, but it's not available. So I'm confused as to what that would be, or what unlocks that, if there is anything there. Maybe it's after the cure is broadcast. But I would think after the cure is broadcast, the kill switch wouldn't do anything. Greenland is in anarchy, which is great news. We've got this DNA. We have no idea what this is going to come about from. So let's increase that, and then this will cost 44. I kind of want the cure to get to 100% and see what it does, just to see if that ability unlocks after the cure is out. But I'm definitely not going to risk winning, which is what we are doing right now, or winning, and that's much, much important. So the nanovirus proved to not be that difficult. They seem to space out the difficult plagues pretty well in their new order, because that is definitely not the order that the plagues were released in the original cell phone game. So they put the difficult ones, like the necrovirus, which gave us quite a bit of trouble, in between some easier ones. So you end up having unlocking like 3 new things instead of just 1. Micro machines to eradicate the humans. And I used to have a micro machines playset, which was Like, it, it folded up its sides like a toolbox, but then the sides unfolded and became this whole micro cityscape of like a street and buildings and everything. It was really cool design. But yeah, I used to have fun with that. I think I lost all the pieces and such, but whatever. We're not going to get to figure out what this was about. That's fine. Better we win. Less than 10,000 people alive. Victory! Micro Machines have successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Great news. Great news. We did that in 628 days. The cure progress got to 50%. That was a complex DNA. It gave us 15,680, which is a pretty high score. Probably due to the time it took us more than anything else. We pulled it off. New plague type discovered. The following new plague type has been discovered and unlocked. Bioweapon. Okay, so this is great news. We have learned the thing we needed to learn. Bioweapon is unlocked, and that is good. We will play as that next episode, definitely. It uses all the regular modifications, so there are no more genes need to be unlocked. And we have learned that playing the Nano-Virus did not unlock a Necrovirus thing. So we are going to have to, after we play the bioweapon next episode, we're going to play the Simian Flu, and then we are going to play the Necrovirus again, and then the Simian Flu, then the Necrovirus, Simian Flu, Necrovirus on casual until we have unlocked both of these plagues gene types, so everything is unlocked. When we go over here, we will try to beat it on normal, I suppose. This cheat is beat all diseases on brutal to unlock, beat all diseases on brutal, beat all on brutal, beat on brutal, beat all on mega brutal, beat on mega brutal, unknown coming in a future mutation, which means coming in a future version. So, for consistency's sake, next episode we will play on normal. Why not? We'll try and get everything done on normal. I'll even play the episode after next episode of the Simian Flu on normal, just for an attempt. But then we've got to start playing things on brutal. So that's going to be an interesting issue, and I guess we might as well start now. So we'll play after we play the Simian Flu, we will come play the Bacteria on brutal. Then we will play the Necrovirus and the Simian Flu on casual, and then we will come back and play Virus on brutal, and so on and so on. So it will become a recursive function that will try to keep as much diversity in the episodes, so we're not playing the same old plagues over and over again. Anyways, that's my plans, and that's the end of this episode. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. On the right there is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus, or friend me on Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.